Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stoneblock 3 land. And we are working on powering up our machines. We have 3 machines. Crazy though it seems. We have 1, 2, 3 pulverizers. This one's actually connected to the alternator jobby thing. And it's doing a number on the gravel here, which we then put into here and we get resources out of, and that's a boon to the weary traveller. Big boon to the weary traveller. Bauxite's aluminium, isn't it? So we get plenty of coal. Well, I say plenty. We get some coal out of there. I don't think it's going to be enough, but we're working on it. We're working on it from different directions. We need to look at potentially getting these powered, and we were thinking to ourselves, and we might have screwed Mr. Pooch a little bit. Oh, hello, tree. A little bit cheeky there, mate. A little bit cheeky. A little bit, ooh, cheeky. Like it, like it. Did we get one sapling out of that tree? That was, ooh, what's the technical term for that? Wank is what that was. That was wank. We need to look at maybe, have we got any clay? We got 11 clay. Because we're going to look at making some LV wire connectors, which requires terracotta, which is cooked clay, I believe. Just terracotta. Just terracotta, which I believe is a cooked block of clay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. I'm going to go with four cooked blocks of clay. What's the wire relay? It's just the 2, so we might slap another 2 in there. And see how that rocks and all rolls for us. Is that terracotta? That is terracotta. Perfect. Good. I'm glad we didn't waste all our resources there. That would have been just a calamity. Let's cook off all that copper. We do need to make these LV wire coils, which are copper wire around a stick. And the copper wire is made in the... There's a machine. There's a machine we've got. This machine. The rolling mill. But we need to feed in the right ingredient to get the right thing out. I think we feed in plates and we get wire. I can't be 100% sure, but that's what I'm going to do. And I think we need... That makes 4 of those. So 4's probably enough. 4 is probably enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit, 5. 5 will do. I'm not proud. I'm not proud, thank God. Thank God we're not proud here, because geez, we'd suffer. We'd suffer. Right, this thunker machine will do the thunking here. Then we'll feed those into this, and then other things, probably somewhere along the lines. You know, I don't know what we're going to end up with here. I genuinely don't know what we're going to end up with here. I've completely forgotten. Oh my God! Just let me throw things. Right, you've got particle effects. That machine has stopped doing what it's doing, so we're going to give it more of that to chew on. And we're going to throw more gravel into this, because this is doing work for us. At the moment, this combined system here of the pulverizer and that thing is doing work for us. We could rig this above there to auto do all of this nonsense. We could. There's nothing to stop us doing that, apart from I can't be arsed. Which, let's be honest, is a terrible way to be. So we need probably 2 of them, and 1, 2. I'm having just fails all over the place here. You can have those wires. That means we've got 10 wires. That's good. In here we should have a shit ton of copper, and in here we should have a shit ton of terracotta. Combining those 2 things together in this... Thusly, in this format, with the terracotta, boop, 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 that gets me 4 of them, which is fine. And then we need a relay, which is 2 of them and 2 of and that gets me 8 relays. I don't understand the connector relay ratios. Gotta be honest. I feel being honest at this point probably the right thing to do. So we want that relay probably somewhere like that. And then we'll have a connector on the back of that, and a connector on the back of that, and then we go wire to wire, wire to wire. I don't know how many things we can run off a single relay, which could be a problem for a great mind like mine to not know the answer to a question. If you believe that, you'll believe anything. We'll break that. That gives me the machine back. Perfect. So we're going to have the connector there. We're going to have our pulverizer, Captain P, as I like to call him. Doesn't appreciate the name, but that's how I call him anyway. We're going to take those out. We're going to stick that back in there. This thing has got a big old charge on it, so it will run a little bit there, kind of. That goes up to there. Those machines should now power up. That can connect to nothing in particular. That can connect to there. Cannot attach. What? Has that reached its limit? Oh, there we go. There we go. So we got 3 machines all powering up. Nice. So if we get a couple more stacks of cobblestone, then we need to do some shenanigans. Dupe. We can auto feed these. This is not a problem. We can. Making that cobblestone generator was no major crisis in life. Big fan of no major crisis in life. So they will now do what they're doing. So we got that doing what it's supposed to do. That is now storing nothing. Are we still charging these up? That's at 50,000. That's still going up. And that is still going up. Okay, cool. So I was right in my estimations that is running at 60. That's producing 90. There's still wiggle room there. There's still room for wiggling. Wiggle room is important. Trust me, I know these things. Good. The power transfer system is in full effect. I'm not sad about that. I believe we have achieved a great thing there. I'm going to put that gravel in there for now. The deal is, we got a lot of sand. I am tempted to wash some of the sand and turn some of the sand into soul sand and wash the soul sand. Is what I'm tempted to do. So we're gonna wash. Oh God, we're gonna wash that sand. And over here, we are gonna turn that sand into soul sand. That's what we're gonna do. We had some gravel on us, which can go join the gravel brigade. We don't have gravel on us anymore. That's fine. These things happen. All right, so that soul sand has been made, and we can wash that too. Just wash me, do it. You know what I mean? We're just going to leave that there. That little heap of crap, we're just leaving that there while the soul sand washes. Otherwise, we're going to ruin everything. Just literally ruin, literally everything. Literally. It looks like we might need an immersive engineering box. Which iron do we have? We should have a shit ton, to be honest with you. That's a technical term. 46 raw iron. That could probably go in there. Alright. So now we have a problem. There are no item ducts. Thermal moving stuff is limited. That's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. Pipes. Pipe. We have got basic mechanical pipes. I don't think they afford us the flexibility that we need. pipes might. These might. They're relatively cheap as well. I'm trying to remember how pipes work. I know I've used them before. You use the wrench and you can set inputs, and I don't know if you could do filters. We do need to do filters. Left shift for details. So these pipes only move liquids. That's no good. Let's have a look at mechanisms. They have to have a way of moving things physically. So they've got cable, mechanical pipes, tubes, basic logistical transporter, items and blocks capable of transferring. But can you do filtering on them? Can you do... I don't remember. Anybody remember? Anybody remember if you can do... And again, it's steel. It's weird that mechanisms... Oh, it's the induction smelter thing, isn't it? It's... Where are you? That's the thing that makes the steel. That might be our entryway to steel. It's a pretty cheap machine. If I can remember what it's called and where it is. Where are you? Anybody remember? Anybody remember what the machine is called? Metallogenic infuser is what it's called. So we need an osmium ingot. Yeah, that's relatively cheap. That might be something that we make. We might make ourselves a metallogenic infuser. Now, I remember this thing being incredibly expensive in terms of energy costs. Do we have some osmium here? We should do. We have 9. Well, let's just not dick about too much and put them in there. Take our copper and stick our copper back in there. Limited copper resources. We are kind of hand to mouth a little bit here. It's fine, not a problem. So hopefully our metallogenic infuser will also be able to sit in here somewhere. Might. Where are we going to put the metallogenic infuser? Because we can't connect a wire onto that. You can only have one wire per connector, but you can have multiple wires per relay. That's making me concerned a little bit. Nice. So we got that. We need 2 Furrye. That's the plural of furnaces, by the way. Just, you know, slap a bit of science down on you there. 2 Furrye. Doop doop. And the rest of it was just redstone and nonsense, wasn't it? Where were you? Oh, God, here we go again. Metallogenic infuser. 2 redstone, 4 iron. Not a problem, I don't think. Getting a bit low on the old iron. And 2 redstone. That should be everything we need to make us a metallogenic infuser. There we go. That should be able... I hate using the word should as often as I do. That should be able to make us... I can sneak in here. Maybe we could plop him down there. Put a connector on the back of him and just hook him up to that relay. I genuinely believe that this is an absolute power-hungry monster of a machine. I think it is well within this machine's capabilities to suck the world dry. Oh, shoot. We might need 4 more terracotta. That's expensive. That is a sad, expensive way of doing business. I don't want to worry anyone, but that is a sad, expensive way of doing business. It's dust we need to put under that, isn't it? And that makes us more clay. Okay. We're good. We know some things. Other things we don't know, but some things we do. 1, 2, 3 of them. This should make us... What was that noise? I heard a noise. I did hear a noise. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to ignore the fact that I heard a noise, and then all the horrible things that happened to me will be a pleasant surprise. Yes? Yes? I'm sure I'm hearing noises. Right, that could go there. And then that, theoretically, can connect onto that, which it can. That is charging up. So we can put coal and iron in there, and I think that will do what it's supposed to do. I think. Do we have any coal? We have 57 coal on me, and we need a bit of iron. That'll do. Let's see if we can make this do something. If I give you 57 coal, that's an extreme amount of coal. But it's doing something. And this might get us to power transference, appropriate power transference. That is now done with the gravel, which we will obviously throw into our mulchification system. Chew on that. This is so much, as far as I'm concerned, better than just hammering on this junk. I feel like we do need potentially some means of automation of the cobblestone going into these things now, because it's going to get... It's not going to be effective relying on me running backwards and forwards with cobblestone. That's what I'm trying to say here. There's going to be a weak link in this system, and no, we don't do that. We want to put that back in, don't we? Nice. And we want to put that back in, because these are going further, deeper, harder, if you will. Enriched iron, and then I think we re-enrich the iron, and it makes steel. That's what my brain is telling me. We double tap it, if you know what I mean. And that will get us into pipes that theoretically are going to be the win. That's where my head is currently at. The machines are holding up beautifully. This fella's fully charged again. I think we're at the limit for this machine, but we are making some progress there. I'm wondering if we should just crack into that and enrich that straight off the bat. Did we do any book shenanigans with all of that? I suspect we may have done. No, we haven't. Okay. I'm a little concerned about where it's taking me here. But let's not worry too much about that, shall we? Should we not worry too much about that? Because goddamn, I'd like to make a monster masher. I'd like to make that and get that set up in my mob farm. I think that's a big win. But then we got to deal with what comes out of it. Monster masher. It's not there. Not that I can see anyway. Mob. That's the one. Mob masher. Looks relatively straightforward. It's going to take 2 iron spike setups per, which is iron swords and a block of iron. That's quite expensive on the old iron front. I'm not making that up. That is a spicy meatball. Luckily, we do have quite a bit of raw iron here. Ryan. Okay. What I think might be beholden on us at this stage is to make a hopper that feeds that thing. If we're going to try and push this much iron through that box, I think it might be beneficial to hopper it. Because that's a lot of iron we're thinking, you know, in our head of shoving through one machine. And just going to be easier if we don't actually have to do it all by hand. So if I say to you, take this hopper, and then I say take all this, that should then just melt the iron until we've got stupid amounts of iron. I'm hoping that can't flood over. I'm hoping there's no new exciting iteration of the stupid machine that can flood over. Because that will make me super sad. Have you done what you were asked to do? You have. If I put that back in, you're doing something. This might go to steel now. Steel grip. It is. We will need to cook that. And that is quite an expensive way of making steel. There are probably cheaper ways of making steel. The blast furnace, for example, is probably, you know, your friend here. But what can you do? What can you do? We don't have that, so we can't do that. So we are currently up to 4 blocks of iron. Start pouring some iron out. That was not iron. Generally, I know what I'm doing with tinkers, but that was a ginormous cock-up. Ooh, that's very pink, isn't it? That's very pink iron. A little bit of pink in the iron. That's what you want in life. Ooh, hot. So we're thinking of making one of these, or at least one of these, maybe 2. 2 would do because of the way we've set up our processes. 2 would do the job. I'm not sure we're going to be able to manage, because if you look at the mob farm, there's a lot of shit over there. There is a lot of shit over there, and a lot of that shit will be waiting to be killed. The problem we have, a lot of that shit won't want me to be in there killing it while I'm... Yeah, there's going to be complexity. There's always a sort of pool of complexity around these things, and we're going to be dipping our toes right into that pool of complexity. It's going to be fun. It'll probably kill me, but it's going to be fun. That probably will be enough iron, but I'm going to let this chew through. Still got 5 blocks in there. Jeez. No, I keep pouring blocks of iron, but it's not going down. It's not going down. I hate it when it doesn't go down. Hello down there, B. Hello, B. Say hello to B. He's down there, is B. Good old B. We love a bit of B. We love a bit of B. Me and thee love a bit of B. That's what we love. Just a bit of B. Good times. The iron has all gone. We've still got bloody 5 blocks in there. It is insanity. Oh my god. I'm wondering if it's just worth, at this point, making some Invar. But with the thermal foundation stuff being so limited. Not you know, painfully limited, but just uncomfortably limited. The limits that it's imposing are not filling me with joy. Okay. I'm guessing that was all the crap that the bee spawned. That just did weird stuff over there. And I'm going to ignore the fact that weird stuff happened over there. I'm going to diligently, fastidiously ignore the fact that weird stuff happened over there. You can't make me acknowledge weirdness. You can't force me into it. So I'm just going to ignore it. That's how we're going to roll on this one. Got 1 ingot in there. Get that out. Get it out, son. I think that's 3 nuggets left. 6 nuggets. Why is it 6 nuggets? What about this machine is making 6 nuggets more than it's supposed to? What's going on? What's going on? Tree group. Nice. So we want to make this thing, which is... It's going to be 6 diamonds when we're done. So it's 6 swords to start with, which we should be able to do. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know if we've got the inventory space. Boop, boop. 6 swords. And then 4 blocks of iron. 1, 2, 3 makes that. 1, 2, 3 makes that. We need to do that again, don't we? We've got the blocks of iron there. We don't have enough iron to make swords, so let's knock them out. Still got sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doop, doop, bosh. That's awkward. Not a problem. Throw that on the floor. Grab them. And do this nonsense. Do they not stack? Does it matter? They do stack. Stack, you sons of bitches. Using up all my inventory space. You sons of bitches. Take that iron. Nice. Put the trees away. Just freeing up space is what we're doing. And then these require a block of redstone. Ugh. Might be able to get away with a block of redstone or 2. Ooh. I am not loving that. If we're thinking any more machines. Eesh. Diamonds? What it 3, wasn't it? Yeah, it's 6 diamonds we want them. And I believe there's more swords. Yeah, 4 more swords. Okay. Iron. Yeah, we could do that. Possibly. 4 more swords. Nice. And then we go that thing. Make it. And then that thing. Make it. Nice. 2 of them. We take them down here. I just don't know what this is going to do for us. I am concerned, though. I'm wondering if we could just break that, and throw him in there. Break that, throw him in there. I think they might need a redstone signal. That's awkward that there's 2 creepers stood there now. They're not going to be happy with me trying to turn those on. They're going to get a little bit testy about that. We've got 2 redstone left, haven't we? I'm sure we've got 2 redstone left. Or we could just make levers. What is a lever? L-E-V-R. Lever is a... Okay, we can do that. That and that. 2 levers. Love the redesign of the lever. Very sexy. Very, very premium. We can turn on the blocks immediately below the mob grinders, I think, and they will start to activate, I think. It's been a while. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. Kind of don't want anything coming over the top there, so we're just going to pop them back in. We are not actually pulling out our resources here. The mob masher does have upgrade capacity, so that will thin the herd generally for us. So that's good. We just need to work out how we're handling the nonsense that these will produce now. Should be interesting for us. But for now, I think now that we've got a happy place where things die horribly, I'm a little concerned that the creepers are coming through the ceiling a bit, but it's fine. Yeah, we are not managing to get anything out of there. We could potentially put hoppers underneath the let's turn those off for a minute. Underneath the mob mashers, or not the mob mashers, but the blocks in front of the mob mashers, so that anything that dies there gets sucked out. That won't get us our experience, but it will do it. I'm going to turn... No, because that'll cause massive lag. But I think from Furryearsworld for now that we got that working and other things working, we're going to go with a cheery old ta-ta for now.